So in today's video, we're going to show you how to swap your USDM corner lights, Japanese domestic market Pajero corners. What's up YouTube? Today we're going to do a video on getting these JDM lights installed on your USDM Montero. First step we're going to do is show you the difference between the Gen 2 and Gen 2.5 USDM lights versus the JDMs. This video is going to cover the 98 to 2000 install on the lights, but I will show you the difference also in the Gen 2s. The Gen 2 wiring is very similar to the Gen 2.5. There's some differences, but they're generally the same as far as the turn signal and the driving lights. So we're going to go ahead and show you the differences between the two types of lenses. So here are the versions of the front corner lens for the Gen 2 and Gen 2.5 Monteros. So here are the Gen 2 front corner lens. These should be for the 92 to 97 Mitsubishi Monteros. So this is the factory USDM corner lens right here. Is all amber, and the US had the single bulb, dual filament bulb. Here is the JDM version. So unlike the US version, the JDM version is obviously all clear, and it has two different bulbs for the driving and signal. Compare the two here. And obviously it's clear up front, clear lens. So that's your turn signal, and that's your driving lens. That's for the Gen 2 Monteros. And here are the corner lens for the Gen 2.5, which is designated for the 1998 to 2000 USDM Monteros. This one right here is the OEM USDM front corner lens. Same like the Gen 2. It is all amber with a single bulb, which is dual filament. Whereas the JDM is clear. Also, signals up here, driving's here, with the two bulbs. So one thing I highly recommend if you decide to swap to the JDM versions of your corner lens is when you do get the JDM ones, make sure whoever you're buying it from includes the sockets and the pigtail, the female end of the pigtail, because they are obviously going to be different from the USDM ones because it's a single plug. So it makes it a lot easier for you to wire these up and hook them up. If you don't do that, it's hard to source since these are older vehicles. The same for the Gen 2.5s. Same thing, you want to try to get the sockets and the female end pigtail so you can wire and plug into the sockets. They're not technically easy to find, and not all the USDM applications match. So you want to make sure that you find when you do get the corner lens, to make sure who you're getting it from can supply sockets with the pigtails. Usually they will, if you request it, taking apart the vehicle, so they'll go and get that for you. So make sure you always request that to make it easier for you. So the first step we're going to do is remove the corner lens. So first step is to remove the screw up here. Just be careful when you remove it, you don't drop the screw, because once it falls, it's kind of a pain in the butt to find it. Next step is to just gently pry it out. Before you do that, you're gonna have this spring right here. All right, it's latched in the inner fender. You should see it. There's like a little circle here. You'll see this end hooked up into it. You just unloosen it, and then you'll be able to get this whole lens out. Trick here is to get a small flathead, right? And right between the actual headlight and the corner, there's a little gap. Gently pry. I mean gently. And you should be able to get the lens right out. So once you get that that corner lens off, you're gonna have a plug right here. This is coming from the OEM harness. You're gonna have 3 pins. Okay. You're gonna have to de-pin these because you're gonna have to re-pin for your new JDM corner lens. Remember, like I said, you have the top lens. You have 2 bulbs, one for your signal, one for your driving. While the USDMs have a dual filament bulb, hence the 3 pins. One to fire the turn signal filament and the driving light one. So you're gonna have to de-pin these. Okay, how to depin them is there's a couple ways. One way is if you have the tool, the pin tool. It looks something like this right here. But most people probably don't have that tool, so I'm not going to show you that way. If you have a pick, something like this, you'll be able to depin. So what we're going to do here is focus in. That is the pins right there. So what you're going to see is on the pin here, if you look underneath, there's like a little plastic flap. That's the lock for the pin to keep it secure. So with the metal pin on top, right, you'll see it. What you want to do is get your pick and get between that metal plastic flap and the pin and just press down. Once you press down, that should release the pin. There you go. Comes right out. You're gonna have to do that for all the pins. I already had this done, so I'm gonna kind of reverse install this. So before all this, you're gonna have 3 pins. You're gonna have 3 wires coming to that plug, like I told you how to remove. And the 3 wires will be your ground, which will be this black wire right here, right? And then you're gonna have 2 green wires, one with a yellow stripe and one with a white stripe. Okay, the one with the yellow stripe is going to be your turn signal. Okay, green with yellow stripe will be your turn signal. Green with white will be your driving lights. Okay, what you're going to need to do, obviously you only had 1 ground coming from the factory harness. You're going to have to get another ground with a pin so you can have it connected to the other plug. I went to the junkyard and actually I had some extra like pigtail harnesses from previous carders I worked on Mitsubishi's, and all I did was snipped it off and use the same pin. And what I did is I kind of, you see right here, I just tapped into shared the ground off the original ground wire. And there you go. Then you'll have, so for the turn signal, which is this plug, and then the smaller plug will be the driving light. So once you got all that hooked up, you're pretty much ready to go. If you want to test it out with either a multimeter or even connecting the bulbs, you can. But that's all it really takes. It's not that hard. Just make sure that you get the right wire pin to the right plug. Okay, so once you do that, now you notice to have something going on here. These extra wires. What I did is I tapped the signal bulb harness, because I did swap to fender turn signals off the JDM ones, which I will show you in a little bit how to do that. So if you're planning to go with the fender signal lights, it's best to go ahead and pre-tap it. So all I did is I just got positive and ground wire, and I got enough slack to cover the fender to the hole, which I'll show you, and so I can wire up the fender signal lights. But yeah, now to swap to the JDM side markers here. It's a simple, really easy process. So like I said, when on the last part hooking up the JDM signal bulbs, you just need to tap into the signal harness and run wiring from there all inside the fender to this opening. So the USDM Monteros never came with these signal, so they came with the Montero badging here. Hole's perfect, you just have to remove this. So how to remove it, you just have to, there's a double-sided tape, so you probably want to get a heat gun, soften the tape, and get like dental floss and get in between the body and the emblem and just get in there to break the double-sided tape from the body. Do that on both sides. Once you see it separated, then you can go right here. There's a little opening here, and you just want to pry it. It shouldn't take much effort to get this off. It's not held in too bad, and it comes right off. So once you get that off, you can clean this area up a little bit, and then you can start prepping to run the wire and install. So once you build your harness, this is the harness for the fender thing. Like you guys said, tap into the turn signal harness for the corners. Make sure you run enough wire. You're gonna have to make sure you run it to the fender there. Once you get that emblem off, snake it through there with the plug. There you go. Boom, you're done. So once you get that done and hooked up, you just plug it right in. Make sure your socket here is here. The bulb on this is it's a 194, and what I did, I upgraded to an LED bulb. So you connect that. Make sure you don't. On that, what I do is I just get the bulb in there, hook it up. Done. So all we do is we just hook it back up, turn signal to and driving. Can't mistake it because they'll only fit, like I said, the plugs are 2 different sizes. And you just reverse install it right in. So we want to make sure everything works. So I'm going to turn on the driving lights. Driving lights work, and then signal. Those work. So as you see, the signal, both fender and the corner work, and you're set. You're ready to go. So a potential question I can see someone maybe ask is, what if I bought JDM corner lens and they didn't give me the socket and pigtail? Well, matter of fact, my first set of JDM corner lens, I did not get the socket or pigtail, so I just got the lens, which was a challenge to find the socket and lens. So I went to my local salvage yard, started looking around Mitsubishi's. That was the most logical thing. For my driving part of the lens, I found a Mitsubishi Expo. That was the Expo van, and it was a perfect match. It fit right in, and so I just took the socket and the harness, and I was good to go. The challenging part was the turn signal. A lot of them just didn't fit. So what I had to do was find the closest one that would fit, and I believe it was like the 8th Gen Galant. The USDM 8th Gen Galant, their corner lens socket plug was the closest I can get to fit the JDM. I just had to modify a little bit. So if you look at the socket and the housing usually has these notches, and then the socket has these things that protrude a little bit. Those are the locking tabs. So you align it with those slots, and then you twist and it locks the bulb in place to secure it. While the USDM 8G ones were the closest, so all I had to do was like modify those notches on the socket just enough to where it would go in and it would slide and lock, and that was my solution. So there you go, that's the video and on installing the JDM corner lights on your USDM Montero. This is my 98 Montero, so this would be the same from 98 to 2000. The Gen 2s should be very similar. There might be some slight differences in the wiring, but it should not be that far off. It's very basic. It's just power and ground and knowing which wires. I want to give big thanks to Eric Dolan. He confirmed to me on the Gen 2s which is the turn and the drive signal wires. Big thanks to him to confirming that. He has, I think, a 94 to 96 SR. So I trust his information. So make sure you give him a follow on his YouTube and Instagram. Good guy. Takes great photos, and he has some videos over there that might benefit us Montero guys. This install should only take you maybe an hour, maybe a little bit quicker if you're proficient in wiring and electrical. Just make sure you use good wiring. If you're going to use butt connectors, use high quality butt connectors. If you can solder, even better. Heat shrink the connections and use either conduit or electrical tape to secure it. As long as you do it right, you'll be fine. I did this back in 2018. It's 2023 now. Absolutely no issues. You probably saw the wiring. No issues whatsoever. No electrical gremlins, nothing like that. So as long as you do it right, you'll be good. Just make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button, and so when we post videos, you'll be first to know. So till our next video, we'll see you. Thanks for watching.